What's going on, everybody? My weekly update with the good temperatures that we had this past week. It actually supercharged some of my vegetables that's in my containers. One of them, as you can see in front of me, is my carrots. Most to all of them have actually germinated and popped up out of the soil. It's a bit of a big difference from my last update. So once they get bigger, I'm gonna thin them out, and hopefully I'll have a good carrot harvest this year. So I'm hoping for that. The next update that I'll do, I'm gonna have to add in a harvest video, because as you can see, my radishes have peeked up out of the soil. Well, the root anyway. And they weren't lying when they said that radish grows pretty fast. These are some fast growing plants, fast growing vegetables. So, along with the garden update next week, I'll probably add in a radish harvest. Spinach is doing very well. The good temperatures last week actually made them develop a little bit better, and the leaves are starting to get bigger. So I would say sometime around about the middle of May, I'll probably be harvesting them. Also, my dill has come up. They look like carrots, but the only difference is the seeds have a fragrance. So once they get bigger, I'm gonna have to thin them out. The beets are still hanging in there. Hopefully I'll actually have a beetroot to harvest this year, after the bit of disappointment from the fall. So I'm gonna try to keep an eye on that. My onions are starting to disappoint me a little bit with the warm temperatures. It's actually causing some of the onions to start to bolt. You can see a few of them have look like flower pods on them. I think if I cut them off, I'll make sure the onions will probably develop more in the root. Hopefully. My Swiss chard is doing pretty good. I have to thin them out a little bit more, but I'm afraid I might pull up the plant that I want to leave in the garden tub. So I may have to kind of like take some scissors and kind of like snip them out right at the I guess like the soil level. My one and only collard green has started to get attacked by the worms, and it's mainly on the inner leaves. I put some BT worm and caterpillar killer out there. So far I haven't seen any more, but like pretty much the damage has already been done. And in my other two tubs, I said I was going to put tomatoes in them, and as you can see, the tomatoes have been planted in them. I used a different type of soil. I think it's called raised bed soil. I'm thinking it might be a bit too heavy for the tomatoes, but we'll see throughout the growing season. But the main work is going to be in my garden plot. So let's go out to it. Okay, as you can see, I did some work in my garden plot. And I explained in the last garden update that I was going to section it off in about 4 sections. So far I got 2 sections sectioned off. And in the next video, hopefully, I have everything planted and explain to you what's planted in each section. So, to give you a closer look, is one section that's already pretty much prepped. There's another one that needs to be prepped. And the 2 in the back that's going to be prepped sometime this week after a good rain shower. And after that, it's pretty much black plastic and plants. My kale is still doing pretty good. I was thinking about thinning them out, but family member said it's actually better for it to grow this way. That way it won't harm the integrity of the plant. So I'm just going to keep fertilizing until they get big enough to harvest and try to protect them from the worms, because it looked like a few got attacked, just like the collards. My turnip is doing really, really good right now. I haven't fertilized these yet, and they're still coming on strong. So I'm hoping for a harvest out of that. Just got to get some of the weeds out of there, as you can see. Trying to take advantage of the soil that's in there. So more work to be done. So if you like what you see, leave a like. If you have questions, comments, leave it in the comment section. That's it for now. Happy gardening.